Hello, this is Christina from Karma's Eye Psychics. Hello, my Capricorns. This is your July 2020 reading. So, yes, we are still in the middle of Mercury retrograde from June, and it will be over around mid-month on July 12th. So what I have for Capricorn this month, I'm feeling, is a little bit of I don't know, a little like going overboard with your ego, just a little bit. Now, I know, Capricorn, you are doing a lot because I myself am a fellow Capricorn. Okay, I do feel as though a lot of you have not been getting, a lot of sleep, especially since this Mercury retrograde has started. It's like ideas pop in your head, and you got to stay up another hour for this, and then you got to do that, and then you forgot you had to do this and didn't do it, and then you just end up in another cycle of just doing. Okay, so now Saturn has gone retrograde. So that means Saturn is putting all of your, workload on hold right now, and then other planets that rule, in your chart are coming to take over to reevaluate what Saturn might be doing wrong. But I do feel as though, Saturn is kind of being, Capricorn is being a little bit too egotistical right now. Like almost like you're feeling like you're a little bit better than everyone, and it's gonna have negative effects this month, mostly because of the retrograde. Okay, so it really isn't like for I don't think any other reason. Mercury rules Virgo, and then that's like Capricorn's sister sign. So it's kind of like Virgo is like putting little, things in your head, and it's kind of like, yeah, you got this, yeah, you're better than everybody, you're the best of everything, and it's getting into your head just a little bit too much. Okay, so I have here the first card I pulled for Capricorn this month was the Queen of Swords. Okay, what I just talked about, like your ego is a little bit too much. You need to take it down a bit, tone it down. Okay, yes, there are people that Capricorn, you guys have been avoiding some confrontation with. However, you being so egotistical right now is not going to make that any better. Actually, it's probably going to make it worse for you at the beginning of the month. Okay, so at the beginning of the month, I do feel as though you are avoiding having that talk with that someone who might be provoking you, or someone you feel as though has wronged you in the past, and you just run into them, kind of thing, and you're kind of like, well, I don't have to apologize. No, you might have to. Capricorn, it's okay. Don't let your ego get the best of you this month, especially with this retrograde in Cancer, which is the opposite side of you. Okay, Virgo being your sister sign, and then you got your opposite retrograde. Okay, don't let your ego literally like shove you into a closet. Okay, and then everybody's just kind of like, all right, let's leave her in there now. Now we can finally go back to doing what we had to do and not include him or whatever. Okay, Capricorn, don't be the butt of the joke this month. Okay, I see that at the beginning of the month, you kind of just going like, well, I'm just better than, just waving your fan on yourself. Okay. All right, so what I have for you when Mercury goes direct on the 12th, which is mid-month, which I got for Capricorn, was the Sun card, which is a great card. Okay, this signifies a lot of relationships getting better. I do feel like finance is getting better. However, it is not the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, I do see also that a promotion happening for you. I know we're all staying home, we're kind of working from home now, but I do see as though Capricorn, you still are able to stretch your hand and be everywhere at once. Okay, I do feel there is some kind of promotion, but what I'm getting from this very strong in the month of July, I feel like a really strong romantic relationship, or you finally getting back in touch with those family members that you weren't so great with at the beginning of the month, or maybe probably a couple of months ago, a couple of weeks ago, that you were fighting with. I feel as though that finally in July we can just be like, I really miss talking to you, or whatever. I'm not even sure what we were mad about, but I'm glad it's over now type kind of energy going on when Mercury goes direct. Okay, so that I got for Capricorn, which is very, very good for you guys. Okay, it also helps with your ego as well. It's just kind of like, my ego was keeping me away from these people, and now it's kind of like I let my ego just kind of simmer down just a little bit. I can actually do the things and be with the people that I really want to be with. Okay, lastly, at the end of the month, I got the Three of Cups here, okay, which is a great card for, celebrating an accomplishment, an achievement, a promotion, finally getting back together with, family and friends and loved ones. And I feel also with the three as in completion, getting closer if you have like children, or if you, work with children, youth and younger people. And I also see if you were contemplating a relationship, or if you're in a relationship, it's celebrating an anniversary, or a really, really important milestone. But I see, though, if you're single, I do see you actually in a relationship at this time, and a really good one. Okay, a very positive relationship, which I could see probably from like a really close friend, maybe. Okay, which I see kind of coming in, probably coming in for a while. Okay, so that's definitely something to look forward to at the end of July. So I do see, relationships getting better. I do see, though, you got to remember to keep your ego on an even keel, because ego is never going to be a good thing when you're trying to bring love, appreciation, or even support in. You can't be a one-man show, and then expect everybody to just do everything you say. Like you've got to be realistic about it. And I know Capricorns can sometimes just let that go to their head. All right, so I have a chakra card that I pulled for Capricorn, which is impatience. Okay, and yes, Capricorn, you do struggle with impatience because you expect things to happen quickly, because you're full of ideas and you work so hard, but nothing happens overnight. Okay, everyone, I don't know if you ever heard that joke, like, oh, Rome wasn't built in a day. Well, they should have called it Capricorn, and it would have been. Okay, you have to be patient. Things take time. This month is going to teach you how to be patient. Like everything, like, would you really appreciate all your hard work if it happened so suddenly? It's kind of like, sitting back and watching it grow is most of the reward, is most of the good feelings that you get from it. The satisfaction that you get from it is watching it grow. So give it time, watch things grow, watch, the relationships develop, definitely, understand that you might have earned your promotion, and, just look back on, and appreciating your hard work. Okay. Sorry, my throat is kind of dry. I also got compassion. Okay, so compassion, where it says soften your heart with respect to the situation and all the people involved, including yourself. Compassion, have compassion for yourself, have compassion for the people around you when your relationships start to get better. I do feel as though there are some people coming in that are pushing your buttons just a little bit, but you have to be smarter than that, Capricorn. I understand when you have an ego and someone's pushing your button, they're kind of like trying to pop that bubble, your ego bubble, and we don't like it when people try to pop our ego bubble. Okay, but you have to control yourself, and you're going to end up in a really, really bad situation. Okay, so the last card I pulled, the oracle card I pulled for Capricorn this month, is Widow, which is interesting because for Sagittarius I pulled the Widower, which is the man version of this. Okay, so I feel as though Widow, for those of you who are mourning losses, I actually see financial losses, or financial situations that you got yourself into in the past that you have learned not to do again. I've seen relationships from the past that you've learned not to get yourself involved in again. It's basically just visiting things that are not that haven't worked out for you. So you're just kind of like just taking a trip back to the past, and you're kind of saying, yeah, now I remember why this didn't work. Now I remember why this never happened. Now I remember why I made this decision. It's kind of like reflection. Okay, I gave this reading for Sagittarius as well. So it's kind of like, it's really important that, especially if you want to get into a relationship with another person romantically anyway, you definitely should do a life evaluation, okay, to know that these things are right for you. And if you're already in a relationship, to take a step back and look at what didn't work, and what didn't help, and what does. Okay, so Capricorn, this has been your July 2020 reading. I hope you enjoy it. Please follow me on Instagram. I am on Facebook at Karma's Eye Psychic, and I'm at karmaseyepsychic.com. I hope to see you for my July 5th full moon reading as well, and have a great 4th of July.